streets, whisper in the hall, where justice wears a mask and truth begins to fall. Every thread they pull, every lie they weave, in the courtroom's dance, who's left to believe? Oh, the devil's in the details, hiding in plain sight, innocent until the gavel steals the light. True crime echoes through the hollow night, fighting injustice with no end. The devil's in the details, hiding in plain sight, innocent until the gavel steals the light. True crime echoes through the hollow night, fighting injustice with no end in sight. A photograph fades where the truth once stood. Blurred lines between the bad and the good. The scales they tilt with every silver tongue, while the broken cry for a song unsung. Black robes sway like shadows on the wall. One wrong word and the mighty fall. Who's a sinner? Who's a saint? The jury's out, but the verdict's faint. Oh, the devil's in the details, hiding in plain sight, innocent until the gavel steals the light. True crime echoes through the hollow night, fighting injustice with no end. The devil's in the details, hiding in plain sight, innocent until the gavel steals the light. True crime echoes through the hollow night, fighting injustice with no end in sight.
All right, everybody. How are you doing tonight on another Crimes After Dark special? And I have a full panel backstage. Thanks for letting me know on the backstage that you guys can hear me, because sometimes I just run at the mouth and nothing actually happens because I've turned myself off. Although I don't think I've made that mistake for a while, and I'm still talking with a lisp because I got freaking a hole in my face that hasn't been fixed, but that's a whole nother story. But anyways, I think Dago's problem with his cold being down in areas has been taken care of. He's feeling a lot froggier. I wish you guys could see what's going on backstage. It's a little nuts back there. I'm going to bring on my panelists in a special order. Well, not a special order. In the order that I've got them queued up backstage. No special order, with the exception of we'll bring on one last, but we will try to get to him fairly quick so he can say goodnight to the little man, because we forgot him the other night and he didn't even get his kid had to stay up late waiting for daddy to get off the screen. We're going to try to rectify that and be a little bit more smooth on that. So first of all, we got special guests. Other channels are co-streaming with us. Bronx Tales, True Crime. Logan from Bronx Tales is backstage with us. We also have Dago with True Crime Cafe and his crew are watching us as well. Both of those chats are intermingled with our chats. We see all those chats, and I'm going to have extra mod help tonight to try to pin comments from all the chats. Unfortunately, if you're in Logan's side or Dago's side, you're only seeing your particular chat and not the combined chat. I apologize. There's no way that we know how to fix that quite yet. We're going to look for a solution long term. But for now, let's bring on Logan and see how she's doing for the evening. What's going on?
What's up, bros and hoes? That's the word of the day.
You are feeling a little frisky. You're going to ask Dago how his cold is doing?
Yeah, I'm feisty. I've been feisty for a couple of days. I think it's going to stay. So this
must
be a special order, though, because I'm first, right?
Well, you did
special order.
Yeah, did you queue up first? Because I was like, how did you get in first position? I don't think you were on screen first.
It wasn't.
Apparently, they shuffled you to put you in that place. So and he goes like, "What the hell? Forget about it. Why am I?" Anyways, we'll get to you in a second. All right. Well, anything special that you want to talk about one-on-one before we add more panelists on?
No, not really. Just I have a lot of questions on this whole Guthrie thingy going on. So
yeah, you guys are twisting my arm. Like I'm like, oh shit, like I need another case, like a freaking hole in the head. It's amazing. Like we might, you guys need to get me up to speed so I know what's going on. I heard a little bit about it when you guys were talking about it and everybody's excited. So we'll talk. But I don't want to inundate the crowd with too many stories. So we'll see how it works. We'll see how it goes. I mean,
Yeah.
all right, Robin, it's good to see you this evening. How are you?
I'm well. How are you two tonight?
I'm
Good
doing all
to
right.
Fabulous.
see you.
Yeah, living the
Yeah.
dream. Living the dream.
Yeah.
Anything special
Great to-
going on in your life today? Any highlights from today?
No, just the stupid job, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. But it's good here to be here with everyone. Please make sure you like the video on all 3 channels. Make sure you share it out there and subscribe and all that good stuff, people. You know the deal. So, but yeah, great to be here as always, and looking forward to some scintillating conversation and all that.
It's hard to throw all those like clever words all together. Like we you know,
Yeah.
some people have a gift for it. Some people don't. I don't. I tend to slaughter that shit, I think. So anyways, good to see you again. And so let's get Dago on real quick, and then we'll get one. We'll do a monologue, and then we'll start out with the Guthrie thing. You guys can cue me in on all the details, whoever has the best handle on it so far. All right, Dago, how are you doing tonight?
Forget about it. What's going on? Oh, wait. Bros and hoes. Do I get first?
Bros and
Do I get
hoes.
first in line for this? Yes, I did it. I'm doing it. Bros and hoes. What's up? I love that. That's awesome. Love it. Love it. Love it. I'm so grateful she's here with us now. She
You
like
are sounding better, sir. You are sounding much better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she sounded like Dago.
The cold has moved out of the testicles, and you're sounding
yes.
great.
I think it's actually in my chest this time instead of in my testicles.
Yeah, I think so. I think it has moved up to that.
Yeah,
I
a
think
little bit more. I can speak out more instead of.
Two
Maybe that
beauties.
explains why I was so low. You know what I mean?
You're right. Aunt Kay says 2 beauties on screen, 2 roses with thorns in the middle. Yeah, are we the thorns? Wait a minute, Aunt Kay, are we the thorns?
Oh God,
We got
thank you. That
beautiful
was
girl-
so sweet of you to say about me. Thank you.
Every rose needs a thorn, I guess, or something like that. Wait a minute.
Oh, wait.
That's a good song.
I thought I was one of the roses. What the guy?
No, sir. No, I'm pretty sure you're not. All right. Any highlights real quick before we bring one up and do our monologue and get this thing kicked off?
I got some questions about this Guthrie case. As everybody else twisted your fucking arm, I'm gonna do it too. Just saying. Hey, it is what it is. No, that's truly all. I mean, I've been following it on and off throughout the day. That's really it, though. Honestly,
I'm looking forward to having you guys catch me up to speed, because all I know is my team was saying, "Hey, you might want to look at this Guthrie thing," and I'm like, "I don't need another case," but
it won't take much, and I don't think it's going to be an ongoing case, Lee. I don't think it's going to be something that drags out.
Yeah. All right, let's bring on 1-1, our resident vampire, and what's going on, sir?
Bros.
Bros and hoes.
Nose.
That's the new thing, folks. You got to say it too, Robin. Come on.
And she did. She did.
Hello.
I thought she was frozen.
There you go. Yes, I love it.
All right. 1-1. What do you have anything special before you jump us into a monologue and kick us off?
No, just it was fighting with people all day. Lots of guilt burgers.
Oh yeah, I was
All
wondering if you
day.
were going to talk about that. I was going to.
Yeah, because we had someone at work. He's so someone that has we don't do it for everyone, but someone that has usually like maybe 25 years or more of service. We do what's called a walkout. So depending on what rank they are and whatnot, and like they'll come, we'll have they'll get food and try to get different people that worked with the individual. There's a lot of
hookers and some blow and stuff like that.
we get dressed in uniform, and they'll have
Nice.
they'll have an old like car that goes outside. So it's kind of like a send off. So the last thing that they do is they basically every command, we have something called a command log that puts like the roll call and pertinent details in. So it's basically like their last tour signing out. So they sign out in the log, and they go over the radio, basically
Nice.
saying
Nice.
something, and radio acknowledges them. It's like a nice gesture. So
Is it an emotional
yeah,
affair?
it's good. So the person today, he did 32 years of service, which is a long time. And so he's got all different kinds of people. And I guess someone had mentioned like, oh, there's people starting to talk about Idaho 4. And like, oh, the one over there, he's all into true crime, and like, oh, that guy, that BK, like, he's a bastard. He did. I'm like, oh, here we go.
What are you trying to say? Law enforcement generally thinks the people that get arrested are actually guilty? I think it's probably true.
No comment. No comment.
Lisa Winchester. Yes, JJ will be joining us soon. He should be here any minute. He literally was working up to the last minute. He said he would be as quickly as possible, so he will be joining us. Thanks for asking. That's very cool. I like those kind of ceremony things and those ritual things, and you're signing out a logbook. I like that. It's very cool. And all right, let's get your monologue going so you can get the family off to bed and all that good stuff. Let's kick this thing off.
All right. Jackson, Juliana, love you guys. Have a good night. And my beautiful wife, love you too. Is it good to be alive in the den on a Thursday night, right? Today's Thursday. I lose track of the days. So
you do, man.
There are stories they tell you, and then there are stories they avoid. The ones buried under press releases, the ones summarized in headlines, the ones that don't fit neatly into court filings, timelines, or verdicts. This is where those stories come to breathe. Welcome to Devil's Advocates, a place where certainty is questioned, where official narratives are not sacred, and where silence is treated as evidence. We don't chase comfort here, we chase truth, even when it's inconvenient, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it refuses to make sense. Every case has two versions, the one you're given and the one that keeps you awake at night. Tonight, we stand in that space between them, between what was said and what was never explained, between timelines that don't quite line up and answers that arrive far too clean. Here, we slow it down, we rewind, we zoom in on the cracks everyone else steps over, because justice doesn't always fail loudly. Sometimes it fails quietly, behind closed doors, sealed documents, and forgotten names. This isn't about hot takes. This isn't about outrage for clicks. And this sure as hell isn't about easy conclusions. This is about asking the questions that make people uncomfortable, the questions that linger, the questions no one wants asked, the questions that never make it into the final report. If you're here for certainty, you won't find it. But if you're here for depth, for nuance, for the long shadows cast by unanswered questions, you're in the right place. Because truth doesn't live at the surface. It hides in contradictions, in omissions, in the moments where the story almost makes sense, but doesn't. And tonight, we're not here to take sides. We're here to challenge them. This is Devil's Advocates. And with that, live from New York, it's Thursday night.
Woohoo! All right, we're ready to kick this second off. Woo-woo! Bros and hoes, bitches.
Bros and hoes.
I gotta put the sunglasses on. I had somebody ask one time we did a gag and everybody just joined on with the same outfit on. They're like, "Why do you YouTubers all wear sunglasses?" I'm like, "It's a gag. Like we're just doing a thing."
We don't normally do it because I can't see shit. I don't know how he sees through those.
Yeah, he's got a special gift. Okay, before we get into the Guthrie thing, are there any comments real quick that we missed during the monologue that we need to address, or can we jump right into kind of having you guys fill me in on what's going on with the Guthrie story? Why is that?
I have a confession to make, if that's okay.
Yeah, do it.
I know you're like, Jesus Christ, the ball. I figured Dago would have something to say. Logan, I stole your thumbnail, a piece of it, and you hit. So I'm just so you don't. I have to be honest. I felt bad. I took. I don't know how you did it because I was trying to figure it out for months now, or well, as long as I've been here. I took all the people part of it and added that into mine, and then did a whole bunch of things. That's very cool. So yeah, I stole that. I just wanted to let you know.
You can steal anything of mine that I make. I think I'm bad at it.
You did a great job because you put everybody in it. I added JJ at the end because of that, but
Yeah.
still very cool job.
Well, they say emulation is the highest form of flattery, right? I mean, so
Yeah, she does a great job with
Speaking of
her
that,
thumbnails.
yeah.
Dago, you owe me some stuff. I'll
I'm
talk to you
working
that
on it.
about
Molly's
that.
got a.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Molly's
Okay.
still working on
Yeah,
it.
I'm chomping at the bit for you to get it to her too, because I want to premiere that shit ASAP. And we're
Well, we got to move. Yeah, we got to move some people around, and I've been having problems with my music account thing. So I promise you, I'm working on it. I promise.
It's not like you've been. It's not like you've been sick or anything. So
no.
Yeah,
the
really.
cold or the testicles and stuff. Okay, which one of the panelists here wants to fill me in on the Guthrie story and what this is, what's going on?
I can fill you in. I can. You want me to fill you in? I mean, I have it up. So the big thing. I mean, so for people that aren't aware at who Nancy Guthrie is, she's the mother of the Today's Show co-host Savannah Guthrie. So that's the big, why is she famous? What's the issue? There's some basic details. It's a highly unusual disappearance, which local law enforcement has said it's investigating. It's as a kidnapping or abduction. It's captivated the nation, as we know. It's Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos at a press conference. There's still no suspect or person of interest. Basically, at this point, like they're saying everyone is kind of like a suspect. They haven't ruled anyone out. The FBI is now jointly handling the case with the Sheriff's Department. Federal agencies offering $50,000 reward. There's multiple ransom notes, including one that has been determined to be sent by an imposter who has been arrested. So the thing that's highly unusual so far with this is that normally in a kind of case like this as well, a ransom goes like to the family, but in this case, the ransom is like going to like TMZ and like the media. Which another thing is that the mother, she's 84 years old, and you don't usually, it's highly unusual that you see a ransom case. I was listening to something actually just on my way home. It's like FBI, former FBI profiler. He said it's something like 0.2% of these ransom cases are someone ever of that age. So it's like highly like strange, odd. Some of the other stuff, just some of the few details for you, Lee, or someone else. So Nancy was dropped off by a family member at her Catalina Foothills home, and her garage door opened at 9:48 p.m. on Saturday. Her video doorbell was disconnected at 1:47 a.m. 2:12 a.m. the camera detected motion, but did not capture video. Guthrie has a pacemaker. It disconnected from her phone at 2:28 a.m. Family members arrived at Guthrie's house to check on her at 11:56 a.m. on Sunday. 911 was called at 12:03 p.m. Some other pertinent details: blood was found on the porch of the home. The blood found on the porch of the home does come back to Guthrie's DNA. Vehicle found at the home was processed as evidence, and they're not confirming now that I heard like the news. Obviously, the news is going to keep poking and try to get all info they can. They have not confirmed whether it was forced entry or not. Obviously, that's a big deal, and I believe the last person to see her was the son-in-law. So all that I heard is that no one has been ruled out.
So I know Logan was super excited to talk about it. Is there something that he didn't cover that what excited you? Not excited. That's probably not the right word. We shouldn't get excited about tragedy. But what drew your attention to it?
So I actually have some thoughts that kind of lead into questions, and I just have a few of them. But so she has a pacemaker, right? And one of their things that they stated was her pacemaker disconnected from all devices at 1:47 in the morning. My thing is, didn't her pacemaker alert to whoever is attached to these notifications, because her heart would have been going crazy had somebody
Right.
ambushed her, attacked her, tried to take her. We know
Right.
she's
It
bleeding.
is, right.
It's not a whole lot of blood on the front step, though. It's several little gravity drops, and then it looks like maybe an aspiration, like a cough.
It looks. I was gonna say it looks like it's like mouth blood.
Yeah,
So-
that's what I thought too.
I need to understand, like, did the losing connection with the phone, the pacemaker, because she died or because the phone was turned off? Like, do we know what the reason why it lost connection is?
Out
No,
of
and-
range to be connected to
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Out of-
And
out-
yeah.
So,
Here's
like,
the
let me clarify the question. Do we know it's because it went out of range, or are there other reasons why it could have? So we know it was because it went out of range.
Well, we don't,
Yeah,
we don't have proof of life. There's no proof of life,
Right.
As
That's-
this
Well,
time.
but the only thing to that is, depending on what kind of phone plan she has, it could still be working off of network. It may not. I mean, so obviously the phone is not with her then at all. Or is
That's
it?
probably
We
done.
haven't heard anything about
It's
a
not.
phone.
And she's
Yeah.
also supposed
Yeah.
to be taking quite a few medications that she hasn't had either, which is very scary.
Right. So
And obviously, the video doorbell was disconnected too.
Thank you, Bianca. Yeah, they took that with them as well.
Right.
okay.
I just
So,
have so
Dago,
many
you-
questions that
Yeah.
at this point I feel like it's almost setting it up so people will be like, oh, this event happened to
Yeah,
Savannah
yeah.
Guthrie's mom, so we need to vote for less immigrants because it's an immigrant, something like that. So
Yeah, I think you're
Wait
right.
a minute, Logan. Are you trying to say they're going to politicize a
I
high
think so.
profile?
No,
thing? Come
well,
on.
yeah,
That
They
doesn't
do
happen.
that.
Yeah,
They
it
do it,
doesn't
they do it
happen.
all
Yeah,
the time, Lee. They do it all the time.
because
Yep.
It's
Sure.
just it's super. It doesn't make you listen to the FBI profiler guys, and they have experience with this, and it makes sense what he's saying. Most like majority of these cases for a ransom, you have to have some kind of contact with the family. Usually they don't. It's usually usually the opposite. You usually don't want like the notoriety and whatever. Their interest is about getting the money or whatever it is that they want. It's not about reaching TMZ but this is like the opposite. Like they're trying actually like kind of avoiding the family, and they're sending a ransom to mass
So what about-
murder, which is weird.
What about Tomboy Charm's question about pacemakers don't work like that, or it has to have a certain level and it'll shock the person back into rhythm? It may or may not be set up. I'm not sure if that. I mean, that's how a pacemaker works. How does that relate to the phone?
My
question?
aunt, her pacemaker is connected to her phone, and I think her doctor's office's phone. And
But
if
a
it goes
super-
off,
Oh, I see. So, like the doctor would get notified as well. for
but that's what
triggering events.
right, and that's what Logan was kind of saying. Like if something was going off, or whether it's a malfunction or whatever is going on with the pacemaker, it should be connected to someone else that gets an alert.
it's an app.
But then right, exactly.
And they can track her from the app with the pacemaker. That's how they can do it.
Yeah.
From my understanding.
So it's a little odd. It's odd.
I don't know how it works exactly. I can't give you details.
Yeah.
I've never had to look into that, but I think they can track the person somehow based on
I would think so.
I don't think it's GPS or anything like that. No, I think it's like it's like I don't even know how to explain it, you guys. It doesn't make sense to me, honest to God. But I think they can like ping it, I guess, for lack of better terms, somehow.
The
And
pacemaker?
I
The
think they can ping it or something, I guess, because of the app on the phone. And don't quote me, you guys, please, because I have no idea. I just based on what I've heard, that's what it sounds like, is that they can almost ping it or something and find her position, I guess, if it's connected to that situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess to tell whether or not it's still working, Tomboy just said, is the other part
Well,
of it. Yeah.
I don't know. who would
So
have the
I just
balls
looked
to
it
do
up
that.
live. It says when a pacemaker disconnects from a phone, It stops transmitting real-time monitoring data to the doctor, but it continues to function normally to regulate the heart. The device stores data locally and will transmit it once the connection is restored. It does not track location.
So how do you disconnect it from the phone? That's the thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well,
Did they find the phone at home?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
They found the phone at home.
Just a distance thing. The phone left at home and then she moved away. Or
no, somebody said the phone was at Home Depot.
Well, either way, she's no longer in physical proximity of the phone, which is why it lost connection.
So out of range. That's what we said earlier, Tomboy. Yeah, it's out of range.
Right. I figured there'd be an alert for a super elevated heart rate, which would happen if somebody just assaulted you, took you,
or you got surprised.
Home.
Only if the heart rhythm goes dangerous, Logan, and then it has to shock it. That's the only time it'll do that.
Right, but so Logan brings up an interesting point, which is that and we don't know, right, if it's early in the investigation, was there any activity that was monitored of increased heart rate that would go along with stress or whatever? Like, does it monitor that, and is that recorded? But again, even if they did, I bet you they wouldn't put that stuff out in the public right away anyway. So, but it would lead to the question of, was she under duress when she left, or did she go with somebody willingly and then lost contact with the phone and then think,
well, they're not even they're not telling us at this time if it was forced entry or not.
Sorry.
Well, she was bleeding, so I would think at that point it would be not willing.
Some kind of duress,
Under duress, yeah.
And it looked like
what was the blood was at the house at the
porch.
house?
It was on the porch.
And it looks like I said earlier, it looks like, to me, from my experience, it looks like mouth type blood or nose, maybe
aspirated blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's interesting. It's I'm intrigued. I know that a couple of you said, well, you know, this probably isn't going to be a long-term story. Like, it's not going to be those stories full of mystery and intrigue and whatever. But then again, who knows? Because you're in the early stages, right? We haven't identified who. Did you say there was a fake ransom called in? Like somebody tried to collect.
No, they arrested someone for that.
Yeah, they arrested the person for that one. I can't think of his name right now, but there were two ransom notes, and the one they proved to be a fake and arrested him. I don't know about the other one.
I think it was kind of comical when they said that they sent a ransom note and it was, you need to pay up by 5 p.m. on Thursday or Monday.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yes. It's funny.
Not over the weekend, though, because we have, not over the weekend. We have plans this weekend. So what the hell?
They can't take their money over the weekend.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. We're going to the track over the weekend, so don't worry about it Saturday and Sunday and Friday.
And it needs to be $5.35. Exactly.
Yeah. Do we even have an amount?
I never saw it.
They wanted 50,000.
It was in the millions.
Amanda says modern pacemakers can automatically alert a doctor's office if something's wrong through remote monitoring technology. The device sends data via bedside monitors. Yeah, so I mean, a lot of these details probably wouldn't be told to us. I mean, there may be a lot that they know that isn't out in the public yet. So you have to assume some of those things. But.
So there's there's a total of 3 notes. I'm sorry. 2 of them they're taken seriously. The other one was fake, and they arrested him.
Oh, and then the other big thing I forgot. Well, I mean, she's 84, but I didn't mention, it is an important detail. She does have some kind of vital medication that's
what I was saying.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they're saying without her getting this medication, it could be fatal. So
so anything she really should have taken with her, she didn't. She didn't take her purse is there, her phone, medication, the whole 9 yards. So obviously she did not go willingly.
They said she's in very good health mentally and all of that.
Right.
Very cognitive with it, all that stuff. So that's not an issue. And she couldn't walk very far on her own. So it was not like she wandered off type thing or any of that. Somebody took her out of that house, like physically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they did tow her son-in-law's vehicle or her daughter's vehicle. And I think everybody made a big deal about that, saying that he was a suspect, blah, blah, blah. I think they towed his vehicle to check it because he was the last person to see her.
He was the last one. Yes.
Does anybody have an idea? Does anybody have an idea of her net worth? Is she worth a crap ton of money? Is the ransom going to be huge, or is it
Savannah Guthrie or the mother?
the mother, or I mean either, like whoever. I guess what's the money motivation? What's the money going to look like? Are they going to be asking for a crap ton of money because she's got a crap ton of money, or because somebody who wants her alive's got a crap ton of money and they think that they'll cough up a ton of money? Like,
well, they probably figured Savannah Guthrie that she's worth a lot, and it looks like she's worth.
I think Nancy was a millionaire in the 70s already, so
yeah,
they already had money.
Yeah, they did have money at that point. But Savannah herself, it says she is has a net worth of 40 million as of early 2026. She earns an annual salary of 8 million. So people that do this probably look this shit up and think, okay, here we go. This is what we can do. And I don't know if anybody knows what her mother's worth is. I'm sure, again, they can probably look it up and find it. Google gives you everything. So, but that's what Savannah's net worth is. I don't believe that her sister and brother-in-law have that much, but I'm sure being related doesn't hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And what she did earlier, that she took an Uber ride to a family house Saturday night for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that
she
was
arrived home at about 9:45.
Yeah, he dropped her off and watched her walk in the door, he said, and then he pulled off, and that was the last they saw her.
Right. The garage door closed, the 2150, and that was it.
Looks like Logan got a membership gifted on your side. Is it?
Yeah, thank you, Bianca. So sweet. I appreciate you.
Awesome, Miss Bianca. Bianca's amazing.
Yes.
And for those, we haven't said it for a while, but you do have to have turned on the ability to receive gift memberships. So if you don't have that done, find out how to do that. It has something to do with the lower right corner on a browser that has the $sign. You click on that and you allow gift memberships. That way, when somebody's handing them out, hopefully you'll get one. By the way, do you happen to know when somebody was asking me, they're like, oh man, you guys keep giving out gift memberships and I never get one. I know there's kind of a complex algorithm that YouTube uses to decide who gets them, but do you know if it factors in how many times they were there for a show and didn't get one, so that they kind of rise to the top and get an increasingly better chance of getting one, or not?
I don't think it's that in depth. It's pretty dumb because people I've had multiple Brian's ramblings. He hands them out all the time, and he gets them to himself all the time.
Yeah, I saw that.
He gets his own
show once.
All the time.
Yeah.
So I don't think their algorithm is like worked out the right way. It's just whatever. So
Dago, remember what was funny? Remember a few weeks ago, I joined your channel, and you had someone that gifted one. I think you had like 200 to 300 people on your channel, and someone gifted one membership, and I got it.
Yes,
it went to me. I was like, yes, yeah.
So it doesn't figure in any of that stuff, which I think it really should. That's a good point, Lee. It should work all those things out. It gives it to people that I've not seen in 3 years. So
it would be kind of nice if the people who were here all the time and missed it would get an increasingly better chance of getting one. That'd be kind of cool.
Or you could pick the people, that'd be nice.
That'd be nice too. But I guess in a way, I'm kind of glad that they don't allow me to pick the people, because then I would feel like a dick that I gave it to somebody and not somebody else. So if I get to have the benefit of saying it's out of my hands. I literally don't get to pick who gets it. So
agreed.
So there's that benefit. All right, you guys, let's talk about. I want to ask a question. If anybody saw my fireside chat or when I talked about the 17-minute call in which Steve Gonzalez said, we don't read carefully. Yes. That phone call was the night before. And it was funny because I asked Amanda, I said, hey, can you find the document where about the 17 minutes? Was it ever an illegal document talking about the night before, or and she found it. And then to my surprise, as I'm reading it live, we're not live, but I'm reading it during my pre-record on the fireside chat about the 17. And here's where it does say,
well, wait a minute.
I know. I'm going to get there. We asked him about the call the night before or whatever. I happen to see on the sheet that report was submitted on November 15th, and Brian Koberger's name was listed as a suspect 1. And I'm like, how the fuck can within 2 days of the murder can Koberger be listed as the suspect when they say they didn't hear about him until December 19th?
Thank you.
So how was it? But then, last comment. But then someone pointed out, well, the report was approved like years later. So did they retroactively put Kohberger's name on a report that was written? Can they even I need to know this as an officer.
Well,
when they write the report, is it the way that it was originally written, or do they go back and change things? And
if they change something, if you have a report and it's changed, there should be an amended date.
Yeah.
So you know when the report So you know when the report was filed, and there should be a date. You should know, like, okay, it was amended on, whatever, December 20th or December 21st. It should have a date that tells you that. Why they don't, I don't know.
Well, I saw
this
I
is
saw
Idaho.
Both Logan and Dago were ready to jump all over that when I said, did you hear about the 17-minute call? Let's have it. What do you guys think about that 17-minute call and Steve's comment that it was the night before, you guys don't read carefully and blah, blah, blah?
Go ahead.
I like just honestly having the correct information. So we are not always right. We don't get everything right. There's a lot of detail. So having that correct knowledge now is very important. It's important for all of us to have the correct knowledge.
Yep.
But let me add something to that real fast. I'm sorry, Robin. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, is it correct or are we wrong?
That's just it. Someone told me, you're not wrong. Steve's wrong on how he's reading it. They said, if you watch the interview with Jack DeCour and you watch his interview, they're clearly talking about that night. So now the question is, one, like Logan said, let's get it right. So it actually was written into the document that said they're talking about the night before, which would lead you to believe they're talking about the 12th. But someone else says, go watch the interview with Jack DeCour. It's real obvious what night they're talking about, and it's not the 12th. They're talking about the 13th. So, and look, and here's where some of the confusion can come in.
Yeah.
If I'm talking about something at 8 o'clock in the morning that happened at 2 in the morning, I might say, was this last night, referring to 2 o'clock as last night, when it's really technically still this day, right? It's just hours before. So is it one of those kind of wording issues of like last night or the night before, thinking it was before the murders that night, the night, is it just a semantic issue? Like, I don't know.
Well, I'm going to give you.
One's raising his hand like a school, but let's do it.
Now, I was just going to say, it wouldn't be the first time of their piss poor, writing. That there's multiple reports.
Yeah.
There's so many reports. You listen to some of these interviews and they don't match.
No,
it doesn't match, or they leave stuff out, or they don't. It's not really saying exactly. So, I would, I don't remember how long that interview is. I don't know if
it's backstage.
If we could pull or just pull up that part, maybe.
It's backstage. It's 27 minutes, and I can scrub to that point if you want.
I would love to. Real quick, does anybody? We talked about how to turn on gift membership. Somebody said they went to the dollar thing and didn't see it. Does anybody know the exact steps?
You go down to the dollar sign. You click into that, and you go down to where it says membership gifting. You click into that. And it'll give you the option to allow or disallow gifts, and you have to allow for that, and then you'll be able to receive them.
I've had a hard time finding it myself before.
Does it work on the phone? Is he on a PC or a phone? I don't know if it works on the phone.
I don't know how to do it on the phone. I know how to do it on the phone.
I did hear mobile doesn't have that option. Okay.
Mobile doesn't have that. You have to do it on the PC.
What am I doing here? I'm trying to pull up Dago's thing that he queued up backstage. All right, that.
All right.
Jack DeCour's comments. Do you have it? You know the timestamp?
I don't know. That's what I was just going to ask if you guys need a timestamp on it. If not, I can scrub through it slowly. It's up to you.
If Amanda's in the chat, she might know, because we talked about the whole.
Just
watch his interview.
Give Amanda about 38 seconds.
Okay.
38 seconds.
Go, Amanda, go.
And this was the wording Amanda talked about. And then they advised him that there appeared to be a telephone call at 2:26 a.m. that lasted 17 minutes the night before. Here's the problem with that. The 2:26 a.m. comment is from the night of the 13th. That is that 2:26 is when the phone calls were. So if they're going to reference the 2:26 time in that statement, then they advised him there appeared to be a telephone call at 2:26 a.m. that lasted 17 minutes. That's the time they said the calls, the texting started that night of the murder. So are we talking about that night and the 17 minutes is that one? Because that's what people are saying. You need, like, it's Steve that's not reading it correctly. They're clearly talking about the text messages that start at 2:26 in the morning, the first one of which was a 17-minute call.
And Steve has done that way more times than not. So, and misinterpreted something.
Yeah.
Any luck, Amanda? Oh, where in the interview, Amanda, is that point where they talk about that? Do you know, timeline wise? Sorry.
I'm glad one of my mods. I was going to pin that, but I was like, I want my mods to pin that because I don't want to overpin. Hemisphere asked, do you know of the video Dylan took of Kaylee and Maddie was done on Snapchat? That's the thing. I was hesitant to bring this up. There were all kinds of rumors in the early days that people had streamed something happening in the house. They took pictures and were sending it to each other over Snapchat, stuff that would quickly delete, like the photo after it was done. Somebody even asked the question, and maybe it's a crazy question, was the 17-minute FaceTime call somebody literally recording or streaming a horrific event happening so somebody could see what was happening kind of thing. But again, all of those are impossible to prove, I think, and so they just become the area of rumor and speculation. But so Amanda didn't pull out the stop that she is about where to go to the scrub to the timeline.
All right, I'll just scrub it then. Bear with me. Here we go. Let me know if you hear it. Okay.
Address is 155 Southview. Hey, I'm PD. I just kind of want to give you guys. Do you know where the PD is here in town? All right. So, real quick, what's your first name? 10X. I think that's what it's called. Dan. Okay, so it's not like you're. Wouldn't mind if you're okay with that. Right there, it says consent or signature. All right. Before we get into kind of timeline for last night and stuff, what do you have? I'm assuming you have social media. It's from like 2 to 10. I go out of there probably 10 p.m. I'm assuming. Right? Yeah. Okay. What? Anything? Kind of talking through the rest of your evening there? You guys just hang out, or? Probably about 1. I don't really know that. I wasn't paying attention at the time. No, that's right. We usually went straight home after that. You guys stop and get drug truck.
She says 2:46:59, Dago.
2:46:59.
So
yep.
Yeah, I just saw that. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Wait, 2:46:59.
Yeah, that's way back.
Way back. I didn't think it was that early on, but okay. Hold on. Thank you, Amanda. Amazing, ma'am.
There we go.
Let's see there and see what happens.
A&W on your right, and they keep going down that long hill, and you can't miss it. It's a big, brand new building on the left side of the road.
That doesn't seem right.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry.
She might be referring to a different video where the timestamp, because that is. It seemed like you were scrubbing to write about where they were kind of building through the night. He was talking about 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. talking about 1 a.m.
Right.
So they were kind of moving up to the time frame. So I was surprised as well when she said it was that far back. I'm like, it can't be that far back. They're just kind of getting to that.
That's what I said. I didn't think so, but let me get back to where I was here real quick and see what we got. Hold on. Thank you still, Amanda.
57. Anything out of the ordinary? No, not until the morning. Yeah, not until you saw the cop cars and stuff. Okay. It was just like kind of backing up and backed down, and then was just sitting there forever. I might just be stereotyping. Calls from Kaylee. You remember what time those came in by chance? Yeah, they were like between 2:40 and 3. I think the last one was like 2:57. One of them was also a FaceTime.
Whoa.
Boom.
Whoa.
There it is right there. Bingo.
He just said, yeah, one of them was a FaceTime. He's talking about that night. That night.
That's the answer. So sorry, Steve, but no disrespect, but we are correct.
Keep going. I want to hear that. Hold on.
You have more there? I think there's 6 from Kaylee and 3 from Maddie.
Oh, pause for a second. Amanda says the time is 14:46:59 from the body camera. So if you back up, maybe that starts a little bit. We can get it more in context. See up in the upper corner where you got the body worn camera time, 14:50. Back up to 14:46:59. That's why she was saying 2. She was doing the military time. 2:46 is 14:46. That's where she got her time. That's what the explanation was of that. Thank you, Amanda. I just caught that. You were actually right on the time. We were looking at the wrong scrub. We were looking at the timeline time, not the body worn camera footage.
Pretty much just went to bed, and then I woke up and I saw a bunch of commotion down the street, and I walked out there just to see what was going on, and I kind of heard some things, but I later looked on my phone and found like 6 missed calls from Kaylee and 3 from Maddie as well.
What's with the redacted bullshit right there?
They redact a whole slew of shit through this whole thing.
God damn it. I'm sure it wasn't important.
Of course not. They do that through all these interviews. Probably the most important things.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to interrupt you, man. So you guys, what time did you leave the court club?
Probably about 1. I don't really know that. I wasn't paying attention at time.
No, that's right. You shoot my straight home. You guys stop and get grub truck.
Do you remember where you played that part where he talks about the 17-minute or not? He didn't say a 17-minute, but he said one of them was a FaceTime call.
Yeah, I think it almost skipped over it. That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Yeah.
We already heard it once, so it's in there.
Yeah.
We know that, but let me try that again. 14:46. Right there.
And I saw a bunch of commotion down the street, and I walked out there just to see what was going on, and I kind of heard some things, but I later looked on my phone and found like 6 missed calls from Kaylee and 3 from Maddie as well.
Fuck, I hate that they redacted that shit.
It's really aggravating. None of this should be at this point.
No, they just flat out they don't want you to know what he's talking about because it doesn't fit the narrative.
Right. Okay, so it must be up further on then because
It's got to be.
The
good news is we heard it.
Leave the court club.
Probably about 1. I don't really know that. I wasn't paying attention at time.
No, that's right. You shoot my straight home after that. You guys stop and get grub truck, anything like that?
No, straight home. Our sober driver was actually stopped by one of the officers.
Oh, really? Okay. Who's your?
Well, actually, we didn't get in that car because it was too full, but I came in contact with them because I was trying to get a ride.
Gotcha. Okay. So how'd you end up getting home?
Just another buddy came and picked us up.
Okay. Who is that? You mind me asking?
You know, my spidey senses are going off, and he talked about that whole thing about an officer pulling over their sober driver, and my spidey senses are going off. Like there's something there. Like I'm gonna have to think about this when we're not doing it live. I feel like there's something there, and that whole thing. Anyways, let's see if we can still find it. But the good news is, again, before you look for it again, we did all hear him say one of them was a FaceTime call. So now I have to say, did we really? I mean, yes, I didn't remember seeing the wording that said from the night before. So that's where Steve kind of tripped us up. He's like, well, you guys don't read carefully. That was from the night before. But as somebody else told us, listen to Jack's interview. He's clearly talking about that night. And I have to agree with that.
And I do. I always did, because the night before means the night before. Okay.
Yeah.
Period. Like this happened in the middle of the night of the next day. So that was the night before. It makes perfect sense.
It does.
So on we go. I guess I was back up here somewhere. Hold on. He must have talked about it more than once.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. So I know you said you were sleeping, obviously, most of the night, but at any point, did anybody mention hearing, seeing anything out of the ordinary?
No, not that I heard.
Nothing, huh? Okay. Did you hear or see anything out of the ordinary?
No, not until the morning.
Yeah, not until you saw the cop cars and stuff.
Okay.
Have you noticed anybody around, like in your group of friends, or even just in the neighborhood, that you're like, that guy's kind of, or gal is kind of off looking? Anybody stick out like that to you in the last few months school started?
One day there's this like old minivan that was just like kind of backing up in like up our street.
Kind of stuff we need to know for sure. What color was it? Do you remember?
Yeah, I could find out.
No. Okay. Do you have any idea who would do something like this?
Or she'll just call me and just to have something.
Yeah.
So that was kind of my theory of what the missed calls from, but I still don't know what happened.
How often did she do that?
I mean, a couple times a year, but it's just like
Not
she
super
was
common.
feeling sketched out. Yeah.
I mean, anything you can think of that might point us in the direction of who we'd be looking for. Any rivalries, any boyfriend, girlfriend drama that's gotten out of hand, anything like that?
No, not really. Everything's been pretty normal.
Okay.
Well, unfortunately, I don't want to spend too long doing a live watch of the video because it's kind of
minivan that was just.
I'm thankful that we did catch it though right away. Or you caught it because it was you that was controlling it. So
I'm pretty sure that he doesn't say anything other than that. Other than there was a FaceTime call with those calls. I remember.
Yeah, he clearly said one of them was a FaceTime call.
Yeah.
So was there multiple? Yeah. Now are we to believe there was a 17-minute phone FaceTime call the night before this one, and also a 17-minute call this or another? Like, come on. So
not at all.
And
I would have to
remember a FaceTime call because that's video.
Well, right. Well, his argument was his argument was that he in his drunken stupor he thought it was his alarm going off, so he just hit the button to end the call, but actually answered the call and didn't realize it had answered. So he's basically trying to say, "Oh yeah, go for it, look."
We have so many reports where we can hear clearly what they say in the interview. And the reports say something completely different. Like sometimes they will mix up Maddie and Kaylee. Like we hear what they said. And then, I mean, there's probably at least 5 of them that have wording that's different than what the person being interviewed said. So I think this is just one of those.
All right, Logan. So I'm going to ask you the $1 million question. Is that incompetence or direct fuckery and they're trying to cover something up?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, let me ask you this. Dylan telling an officer, I think Kaylee's on the 2nd floor. And then later on, they're like, oh, she must have meant Xana, whatever. Is that fuckery? Or is that just did the officer hear it wrong? Is that what it was? Did the officer hear it wrong and wrote down that she told me that Kaylee was going to be on the 2nd floor and he was wrong at what Dylan said? Or did Dylan actually say that? And then they're like, oh, well, that's not where she actually was. So we'll just change it in the report to say Kaylee was in the 3rd floor.
I think Dylan said that. And the reason I think that is because I believe Dylan saw what happened to Kaylee. So she expected that to be Kaylee on the 2nd floor.
Thank you.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
You. Yes, I'm with you on that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to believe everything we know now. Dylan may have seen Kaylee attacked on the 2nd floor, and that's why she thought Kaylee would be on the 2nd floor, and didn't have an answer for how Kaylee ended up on the 3rd floor. Or,
Go ahead, finish. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, or somebody moved her after the fact. Like maybe she was on the second floor and Dylan didn't know she got moved, or I don't know. But I've always felt after we started to hear the whole more and more evidence suggesting that Kaylee's blood was all over down below on the second floor, that she could have been killed on the second floor. And that's exactly why Dylan said Kaylee's on the second floor. The question then becomes is when did she get moved to the third floor, if that's the case?
And my thought with that was when I saw that footprint, the way it was facing, the latent footprint, I immediately envisioned somebody standing there straddling her, staring into that on table area, watching something happen. And that's just where it came from for me. So
yeah, and that's the $1 million question I think a lot of us have, including I think the chat that we are the comment we had pinned a minute ago. The $1 million question is it just a whole bunch of incompetence? Now, keep in mind, let me play devil's advocates with the incompetence angle. We all have the 2020 hindsight of knowing all these people's names like the back of our hand. We can't mess up some details now because we've heard these names a million times. We know exactly what they look like. We know what all their names. They're brand new to this scene. They've heard these names allegedly for setting aside for a minute that one of them might have been a CI and they knew exactly who they were. But assuming they know nothing about these girls, it would be easy to get names mixed up and stuff like that because it's the first time they're hearing it. So you could almost excuse some mistakes in the early stages because, again, we wouldn't make those mistakes now because we're well familiar with the story. But they were hearing it first time and didn't allegedly know who any of these people are. So could they have made simple mistakes?
I think if they were simple mistakes, they would have gone back and corrected them, at least put a note at the bottom of the report. In hindsight, this is XYZ rather than, and they don't do that except for, I think,
yeah.
I think
and it should be dated.
I think they did it in the Dylan thing. I think they did do it in that one place where, remember when Dylan said, I think Kaylee's going to be on the second floor. I think the report actually says something to the effect of, obviously she was wrong or she must have misstated. They somehow addressed it, the whole point that she said it was going to be Kaylee and it wasn't. And they addressed it somehow. I remember reading it. And I don't remember how the wording was. Go ahead, Dago.
So I have to go back to what Logan said a few minutes ago. There's way too many discrepancies between the written reports and the body cam interview, whatever the hell you want to call these things. They're so far off in some senses, you guys. It doesn't match at all. And these reports are written based on these interviews. They write down the exact, they're supposed to be copied identical. So that's what I don't understand is how they're so off, and so many of them are. So I wanted to re-approach that conversation again because that's a big deal for me.
You would think when they're writing the report.
To your point, I didn't see anyone actually like writing things down. Really? Did you guys?
Right.
Am I wrong about that, guys?
Not that I saw
on the body cams.
I saw one officer, writing down questions on his notepad when he was talking to Hunter outside the house, but. Yeah.
I mean, we can hear papers shuffling in Dylan's, but then again, I was questioning, is that them writing something down on paper, or is that her having a paper that she's reading off of or following?
Oh, good point. Good point.
Like a script? Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yep.
It
There's JJ.
really does.
What's up? You're coming in late. We've already solved the Idaho 4 murders. You can take off. We're done.
Yeah.
I heard. I've been listening. You guys got it all figured out.
Yeah, clearly. What's going on? Good to see you.
Cheers, everybody. And by the way, this is Coffee.
Cheers.
This is Coffee.
Hello, everybody. Hello, denizens, meatballs, and
hello.
Good to see you all.
Hello.
I made it.
Shit. JJ, you've got a reputation. You showed up and this came up. Tinfoil hat time.
Woo, woo.
Yeah.
Hey, man, what can I say?
Well, Dago's got it on, so that's like,
I got your back, Joe.
I wear that badge with honor.
Absolutely.
So JJ, I know we covered it earlier, but just real quick, what do you think? What do you think about this Guthrie? The Guthrie case. Guthrie, whatever.
Well,
same thing.
Since we have the tinfoil hats out, I'll tell you what in my opinion, will end up coming from this. Is it, like you guys were talking earlier, it will be politicized. 100%. You can guarantee it will be politicized somehow. They will find a way to spin it and make it a political issue. I'm very confident in. I don't think that's a big stretch, but I think that's where it's going. Now, as far as what really happened, I mean, who the hell knows, man? It's like it's a family with money, obviously,
Right.
but I just can't even believe anything I hear on the news. Like, what was exaggerated, like what details are accurate, what are not accurate. Because even if something that clearly happens is reported on, what do they always do? They spin the shit out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's kind of what Logan was saying. She's like, "Oh, it's going to get political." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking? It never gets political. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, no, I agree with Logan. What they can find something that has nothing whatsoever to do with politics and spin it into politics.
Yes, they can.
And like my theory, and I've said this to DA, is things are only political if you frame them that way. Like first of all, DA and I have very similar sort of beliefs about that stuff. I don't ever buy into that bullshit because I think it's used to divide people. And it's also, it makes it's profitable. I mean, it's a profitable way to approach things.
Anytime there's any kind of a shooting, like the group of them grab their hats, their coats, and run the fuck out the door, running down the street, screaming gun control immediately. I mean, every time. So it's a regular thing.
Yeah, it's exactly. And you'll notice they, like you guys mentioned immigration earlier, right? That came up.
Right.
They always pick one of like 3 or 4 hot button issues as part of the spin.
Yep.
Right? It's always one of those. They know, they go to it, and I always say this. I don't watch the mainstream media. You see clips and things, you can't avoid it. It's thrown in your face. But when you stop watching it and then you watch it, whether deliberately or just coincidentally, you see it clear as day.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how it was for me. So I quit watching it for a period of time, and then I caught something I can't remember. I'm like, oh my God, it's that bad. It is that bad. It's because it's that noticeable.
Yeah, it is. But you have to break away from it for a while to really make it stand out, because anything you see constantly, you get desensitized to it. So you just kind of get used to them talking that way. You get used to the way they spin things. It's like a reality show. Reality shows are not reality. There's this producer saying, all right, you guys are going to have a fight today about this, that, or the other. So, but I think you guys were pretty much on the money, what you guys were saying earlier. Like this, I think, Logan, you were the one who brought up the immigration thing.
Logan, I did, yeah.
Logan did. Yeah. Did you say that, because I was driving, did you say that you thought they were going to spin it in that way?
Yeah, I thought so, because of all the ICE stuff going on right now.
Right. And I mean, guys, this is why I shit on the mainstream media all the time.
On point.
Dago has talked about it. We've all talked about it. Robin's talked about it. Every one of us has talked about the horse shit that comes from the mainstream media.
Yes.
It's like, that's not journalism. And regardless of whatever the thing is that ends up being the spin, I'm just interested to see what the way they will spin this.
You could almost start a poll on it. Literally, like
we should.
A betting poll.
That's
dude,
I
love
idea.
a good poll. I love a good poll.
Here we go.
That's a great idea, dude.
Pull it up.
I mean, you have to just laugh at it. Like, it's not a laughable situation. But what I'm saying is the way the media addresses things, we have to laugh at it, because
it's comedic. Yeah,
it is comedic. It has to. It's so predictable that it's comical.
Agreed.
Yep.
Are we doing one?
What was the poll question going to be?
How will the media what political spin will the media put on these the Nancy Guthrie case? Does that sound right?
Sure.
And put like, you know, what can we say? Immigration, something to do with immigration. What would be another way they might spin this?
It's IE, Guthrie IE, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be
Okay.
blamed on because she's from what show was she from?
What
Today
political
Show.
spin?
Today's
so the
show.
question I got,
Today's show.
What political spin will the media put on the
Nancy
Nancy
Guthrie case.
case? There we
And
go.
what are our
Right,
options
so-
going to be?
Immigration.
Okay.
It'll be I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna say they're gonna say it was like I guess that show is probably more left, right? Left leaning.
What,
I don't
the
know.
Today Show?
Yeah, I don't watch those shows. I have no idea. I don't.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't even
I
know
think
who
it's more
Savannah
left-leaning,
Guthrie
yeah.
was. I would say
so
they're
just say
gonna
political.
put some MAGA spin, maybe if it's a left leaning show, which I don't even know what network it's on.
NBC.
NBC isn't today. Yeah, NBC.
Okay, I mean I'm just throwing that
How
out there.
about this? Immigration, liberal, radical, or let's get a third option. Is there a
Well,
third
MAGA,
option?
a MAGA radical.
MAGA radical. All right.
And guys, this is not a political discussion. We're taking the piss out of politics right now.
Right.
I know,
This-
like I'm
this
not. I don't like. All right. I don't even know how. Like we're literally talking about a case nobody in our we have ever talked about before, and it's seeing if our audience will engage the poll. So I've got three options. Do you want to just go with the three, or you want to put or other? Just put an other for somebody thinking something else. Let's do other. So we've got four options, right?
The other one could just be that there isn't actually a spin put on it, which I doubt. But
how about no spin? How about what was it? You want to do that? So we got immigration, liberal, radical, MAGA radical, or no spin, or other. Which one do you want to put for that fourth option? No spin or other?
we can just
Let's do other. Let's just other. Let's do other. All right. Are you going to participate in this one, Logan, on your side?
I've already posted it.
Oh, you're already ahead of us. All right.
Oh.
You ready to fire, Dago?
Yep.
All right, go.
Off we go. Show off.
Logan's like, screw you guys. I'm doing my own thing. I beat my own drummer.
It's all good. This is why women should rule the world.
Well, somebody asked in the chat, what were Savannah's politics? I wouldn't know at all.
No idea.
Yeah, I don't
No
know
clue.
anything
No
about
idea.
her.
But being that she's part of that show, I mean, do you guys think it works out that way? That if you're a part of an entity that leans in a certain direction, that you need to be that way, or will they not keep you on board?
I would think you'd have to be that way because other people would know and then call you out for it.
That's kind of
Publicly.
my impression too. Yeah.
Yeah,
She
or
was
you got to
supposed to be
be. They
covering
have
the
you on
Olympics.
as the token person from the other
Right.
side.
I got to
Right.
say, I do want to do a follow-on poll after this back to the Idaho 4 because we should have done this poll in the 17-minute Steve Gonzalez is right, we're right, or somebody else is right kind of a scenario. We'll form that in a second. But I'm at about 37 votes. What do you guys got on your sides?
36.
Okay.
About 30.
All right. You guys want to end it right there?
Sure.
Sure.
All right.
Boom.
So, boom. I've got 43 other, 28 MAGA, 14 immigration, and 15 liberals. It's all over the place.
I got 45 immigration, 39 other, 8 liberal, and 8 MAGA radical.
So yeah, it's kind of. I mean, how about you, Logan? Are you kind of split all over the place?
Yeah, I've got 56 immigration, 33 other, no spin, 7 MAGA, 4 liberal.
Wow.
Well,
all right.
one thing that's interesting is because she was supposed to be covering the Olympics.
Mhm.
Right.
Could it have something to do with that? I mean,
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Robin, because I was going to mention something earlier. Because the other one that was going to go to do the Olympics with her, he didn't go either.
Yeah.
None of them went. Nobody went
Right.
over there for that. So
and as we all know, the Olympics can be heavily politicized, as has happened many times in the past.
could this actually
For many
maybe have been
different
something to deter that?
What would be the reason to not have her report on the Olympics though, and have somebody else do it? Like, who cares?
I mean, I get that, but that's it is kind of ironic.
Well, if it's pinned on somebody from another country, then you can probably link it to the Olympics, like, you know, a political thing from some anti-American group or whatever.
Sure.
Right. Other than like another network, which is so stupid to say, but another network pushing them away from it. You know what I mean? Would be the only other.
Yeah, I mean, look, nothing surprises me, man. Nothing would surprise me.
I can't imagine they'd go that far to do something like that, but.
Right.
Chilling 286. I agree with you. I had no idea who this person was.
Yeah.
I know Savannah Guthrie, but I was never a big fan of hers. I didn't know, you know, about her family history or any of that stuff.
No.
The only thing I liked about that show was Al Roker. I always liked Al.
I liked old Al Roker too.
Yeah, he was a good dude.
All right, I'm formulating a question, and I might need your help to get there on it.
That's an interesting comment.
I did not know that.
Oh my God, she covered a lot of Epstein victims. Are you? Oh, and you know, all over the news was.
See, I saw that
today too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now I think that indicates what the spin's going to be.
Can you imagine that?
I just got rigid with excitement.
Oh Lord.
Let me move over.
Look, let's do a poll.
Let's do another one now with that information.
I know. Yeah. I think I almost think about reframing it with the Epstein thing, because that's going to be that's to me.
That changes things.
All right. Let's talk about the 17-minute call real quick. We talked about, again, the 17-minute call. The question is, did it happen the night of the murders? Was that one of the calls that Jack DeCour received, and there was a 17-minute call that night of the murders? Or, as Steve Gonzalez says, you guys don't know how to fucking read. It clearly says it happened the night before. So it was the night before the murders. Or, and I'm going to put a third option, it never happened at all. Like there's no 17-minute call. So I got the options regarding the 17-minute call, FaceTime call. That's the question regarding the 17-minute FaceTime call. Option 1 happened that night of murder, or option 2 happened the night before murder, or never happened at all.
I suppose I'll wait for you guys this time, slowpokes.
All right. Yeah. I thank you.
So,
there you go. Tell me when you got it.
Or whatever. I'm the last one.
Logan's already got it typed up. She's got a dissertation written about it. She's already wrote an essay.
Bibliography, everything.
And already has the answer.
I've been ready. You guys.
All right. So let's go. Let's go 1, 2. Wait. Must contain between 1 and 35 characters. I got something too long. One of my questions is too long. Fuck me.
That
hold
happened one night to us on Sunday.
All right. You ready? 1, 2, 3, fire. It made me put in a fourth option, so I just put other on mine, but so I'm probably going to screw off the numbers on my side, but for some reason it wouldn't let me just blank it out. I had to put something in. Woo! I got 23 votes, 24 votes. Let's see. This is interesting already.
23, 24.
Yep. We're running about the same there. 40 votes. We'll stop it when you get to around 50. How about that? Because it's going pretty heavy. So let's go. I'll tell you when I get to 50. And if you guys want to tell me how close you guys are, if you're well past it, we'll kind of stop it somewhere around the same place. I got 46. Where are you guys at? That's kind
29.
Of
29.
Okay. It's slowed down on my side. So let's go ahead and close it right there. And I've got 68% said that phone call happened the night of the murders. 17 say it happened the night before the murders, and 11 said it never happened at all. And I got 4 that said other, because I had other as an option. What do you guys got?
Go ahead, Logan.
72, it happened the night of the murders. 19%, we can't read night before. And 9% never happened.
That was good.
I have an idea for a poll.
79% happened that night, 15% the night before, and 6% didn't happen.
So real quick, before you tell us what you want to do with your poll, my question is so does that mean, here's the thing, does that mean the majority of people think that phone call happened that night, or is it the majority of people who follow our channels think it happened that, like, because one could argue we have a biased audience, right? We already don't believe the official story, so of course our people are going to think that. Does the average American think that phone call now happened the night before because Steve said it happened the night before, and is the only reason why our people are like, bullshit, that happened the night of the murders is because we have people that believe that the story is bullshit? Like, I don't know, it's a good question.
Well, the average American believes what they hear on the news, so they believe whatever they heard on the news.
All right.
I'm convinced before you get to your thing, I'm convinced hearing Jack D explain one of those calls was a FaceTime call, that I'm convinced Jack's talking about that night. That's what I'm convinced. So I don't believe it was the night before. Yeah. Go ahead, Robin. What do you got?
Okay. Well, just real quick, because if he did hit that button and it turned into a video call, unless he had his phone on silent, he was going to hear a bunch of screaming, somebody yelling at him, "Hey, Jack, help!" Blah blah blah. So to me, if that was a FaceTime, if he had his phone, unsilenced, if it was operating like normal, he can't have not known what the fuck was happening.
And I'm never gonna let JJ ask the fucking question he wants to ask, because I have to comment on that. I've asked the same thing. Is there no way to subpoena Facebook to find out what that call showed? Is there no way to go after the record of the I mean, is Facebook going to tell the FBI, no, you can't have our, I mean, maybe they will, maybe they'll tell the FBI you can't have our confidential phone call. But if that's a FaceTime, isn't that recorded somewhere probably and stored on Facebook? Facebook makes their living off of keeping everybody's data and indexing it and searching it, making it available to people.
Can get anything, Lee. The FBI can get anything. So they're in turn, unless they don't want nobody to know what that call says.
That's my point.
Well, now,
that's my point.
FaceTime is different than Facebook.
Right.
I know, but FaceTime is owned by Facebook, isn't it, or not?
No, FaceTime is iPhone.
Oh. Yeah. My mistake. You're right. I thought FaceTime was owned by, but you're right. It's an Apple thing. Fuck, anyways, but the same, and here, real quick. I will tell you this: Apple has always tried to maintain they won't give shit, even if the government asks for it. So if it's an Apple product, maybe Apple did say, "F you, we don't give our customers data out to you." So maybe I haven't seen it. Although I kind of think Apple still does do it, but they always say that they don't. But
well, and like I said, if they did see it, they don't want us to.
Yeah.
All
right. Jay, did you remember your question or not?
Well, my poll is not relevant anymore, so we've moved on. We moved on from that.
Your poll hasn't been relevant since high school.
Yeah, my poll is no longer.
I was gonna say, I remember hearing that in my first marriage. Shit.
Yeah, my poll is not important anymore.
All right, JJ. I love your brother.
Look, on that note,
welcome to this view, Logan.
I'm gonna go refill my drink. I'm gonna take myself.
If we get back on the tinfoil hat wearing segment, I'll tell you about my big poll.
These polls always bigger than mine. Always. Oh Lord. What are the odds that this doesn't get a political spin on it, you guys? What do you guys think about that?
0%.
I agree.
Yeah.
As soon as Logan said that,
yep,
I was shocked that you threw that out there, because I was like, wow. Like, I thought almost immediately.
It's just
an Epstein angle. The Epstein angle is huge.
That's the craziest part about that we're having this thought all together, is that of so many people, the vast majority of people don't see it. They don't because they're desensitized to it. Like, when you can predict essentially the way the media is going to spin a story before they even come out with the spin, then that's not news. That's not real.
Well, I think we have an advantage too, JJ, because of what we do. Now we automatically go to that direction, as to 10 years ago.
Yeah, I agree.
We're not part of the matrix. We're not part of the matrix. We're disconnected from the matrix.
Right.
All right.
No more blue pills.
I decided I decided to get my shit in order and quit having jokes that are meant for 15-year-olds, and so I'm back to being a good kid now.
Until when?
I don't know. It's like 5 minutes from now.
That's okay.
TA, you can't get off that train.
You're right. I kind of live. I live on that train. Looks like we got a new member on one of you guys' side. I only see that it's one of you guys that got a new member. There you go. That's on
Thanks,
Logan's
Lizzie.
side.
I appreciate
Congrats.
you.
Congrats.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, really? Patel's going to Arizona tomorrow. There you go.
Cash Patel is.
Yeah,
Cash Patel's going to.
Yeah, he was.
Is this on the
Yeah,
Guthrie thing?
Oh wow.
he was interviewed yesterday about it.
Well,
yeah.
now it's going to get solved. Now,
Yeah.
it's
Why? Because her daughter has money and is on TV. Like if this was a regular person, they wouldn't be. This
Thank you.
irritates the crap out of me.
Bingo.
Exactly.
If it was any one of us going
Exactly.
through this, nobody would give two shits about it. But because
don't make it political, Logan. Don't make it political. You're killing
Well,
me.
now you know it's going to be spun.
yeah,
I mean,
Oh,
how
for
it's going
sure.
to be spun.
Right.
Right.
Because
It's gonna
look at what happened, how the Epstein files got spun. You know,
did you hear the new thing with the Epstein scenario? By the way,
I saw it was on the front page. I didn't read it yet. But
Willie was on my show today this afternoon and brought it up, and I went, "Wait, what?" Willie,
tell us. Feed us.
Willie, yes, hold on. Okay, so
Oh boy.
Willie came forward today because I had an open discussion, whatever we want to talk about, and he wanted to jump on that right away. I'm like, okay, cool, let's listen to it. So he showed me an email, which I have a couple statements in this email that says, and his first statement was, "I don't think he's dead, Dago." And I said, "Epstein himself?" And he goes, "Yeah, I don't think he's dead." And I said, "Why?" And he showed me these things sent to him, and I said, "Wow, okay." So in within the email, it basically says that somebody watched. I mean, I could read it and show it to you if you want to be accurate on it. If you want, it's up to you guys.
Well, summarize first, and then we'll see if you want to show it. Because I know a little bit about the body double allegations with that.
Okay, well then that's what it was about. Was that somebody there said that they watched a transfer van pull in. It never registered. It never did the normal things you're supposed to do. That they took him out and bing, bang, bong, he's gone. And that was that. And they don't believe that they took him to where he was supposed to be going. And so on and so forth. So that was the new thing that I heard today for the first time. So.
I talked about that on one of the shows. It might have been Deep Devils, and I can't remember, but a while ago, stuff got leaked. An old post on social media. This is a while ago. It was somebody that worked at the jail.
Yep.
Had posted, a guard or somebody who worked there, that whole story. But there's even a crazier one that I saw today. Do you guys know who Kurt Metzger is?
I've heard the name.
He's a comedian. He's on the Jimmy Dore show. But he posted something on X, a picture of a dude in Tel Aviv with a long beard and long scraggly hair that looks a lot like, if you look at the face, looks a lot like Epstein. I don't think he's dead. I've said that from day one. I don't. I think. And I'll tell you why. Dago, it's your fault. You put the tinfoil hat on. So when the Matrix wants to create a narrative, they usually present at least two narratives. They have the mainstream narrative and the counter narrative. So the mainstream narrative would be Epstein killed himself. The counter mainstream narrative was that he was murdered. And in my opinion, it's never either of the two. They put that out there to have people fighting over two different narratives. In my opinion, people that work with intelligence, which by every account he did, they have resources. They can pull somebody out of there that's useful to them or has been useful to them. So it's just my opinion, but I've felt that for a very long time. I'd like to get your guys' take on it.
I threw that backstage if you want it, but
okay, I'll do that in a second. I'm going to show you something else real quick on because One always brings up an interesting tidbit that no two people's ears are the same. And I remember when I was first hearing about the Epstein's death was faked thing, that they brought up something like the one I just found, and I was trying to find it for you real quick, is that the picture of Epstein dead's ear supposedly doesn't match the ear of Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, wow, I never saw this.
Yeah, and so going along with the no two people's ears are the
There you
same,
go.
someone said that ear is not the same. It's not the same person.
Well, the nose is totally different too.
Yeah,
Right, and that's why
Yeah.
I don't remember if this picture here that they're showing us Epstein didn't look like the autopsy photo or the picture I saw of Epstein's face. So I'm not even sure that's the right one. So that's my only, but I remember that's what it was. It had to deal with the ear that they're like, that's not the same guy.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the world's a stage.
The devil's in the ears.
All right, Dago, read us this or whatever you want to tell us about this.
So it says, not saying anything after this. Please do not try to dox me. But last night, and this was put out, I'm sorry, August 10th of 2019, 2:20 or 2:44 in the afternoon. Sorry. I'm not saying anything after this. Please do not try to dox me. But last night, after 04:15 hours count, they took him to medical in a wheelchair, front cuffed, but not. One triage nurse says they spoke to him. Next thing we know, a trip van shows up. We do not release on the weekends unless a judge orders it. Next thing we know, he's put in a single man cell and hangs himself. Here's the thing. The trip van did not sign in, and we did not record the plate number, and a guy in a green dress military outfit was in the back of the van, according to the tower guy who let them through the gate. You guys, I'm shaking right now, but I think they switched him out.
Yeah.
So that came from a guard, my understanding is.
Yeah, and look, the whole story of Epstein. I mean, now that we're on this fucking thing, the whole story of Epstein's things, it smelled the shit from day one. Guards just happened to have, looked away. Camera was malfunctioning, so they don't have it on camera. Oops, accidentally hung himself when nobody was looking. And I said, that's fucking such horseshit. Like, you do not be the person that you are, and he just accidentally dies, and then camera footage is lost.
Yeah.
The whole thing stunk.
Right.
I haven't. So, the suicide angle is for sure
It's
not
the
the
most
case. Now the
locked
question
down.
is it more? Yeah.
It's a fugazi.
That place is super. That place is super, super locked down. Just listen to Sammy the Bull. He serves time there.
Michael Frangizi. Michael Frangizi. I talked about the same situation through the Witsec thing and all that. So and if you guys don't know who he is, go watch Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Logan, did you follow the Epstein case at all? Or?
Oh yeah, I don't understand why he's not blue. His lips aren't blue. He's not.
Yeah.
When you hang yourself, your face swells and everything swells, and you look awful and not like yourself. And he looks like he's literally taking a nap. Stop it.
Truly. Yeah. And the guy looked like he was 30 years older than Epstein truly himself in that photograph.
Right.
Now, can I present my poll since we got back on?
Yeah, I would love to see it. What do you got?
Pull it out, JJ. Pull it out.
Here's the poll. Would the media create completely fabricated events to boost, number one, ratings, number two, stock prices for the companies the banks that own that media company? Now, you guys give me some of the other potential.
What was your first answer, JJ?
The first, well, I guess it would be you guys have to help me figure out how to make it into a poll, but would the media fabricate a story for ratings and stock prices, and then give whatever you think you should put as the answers, or however, maybe rephrase the question.
Okay. No, it sounds good. I guess would it be what? Yes, no.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, no, or other. Or so I have, would the media fake events for ratings or what, money? Or
stock price. Yeah, same thing. Okay. I just put yes, no, and unknown.
Yeah. All right. So I've got, would the media fake events for ratings or political reasons? Yes, no, or NA, not or unknown, or I don't know.
Yep.
All right. You guys ready?
Yep.
All right. Fire it off.
It's a good poll too, JJ.
Yeah, it's very nice. Very nice. And it's just the right size too, actually. It's
I knew you were gonna put something in there. I knew it. The way you said very nice. I knew there was something. Very nice. Very nice.
very nice.
Oh, guys. 19 votes. 20.
We are I'm a toddler.
We all are in some aspect.
Yeah,
Wow.
Epstein has definitely become part of the new lexicon.
Yeah, he's been Epstein. Yes, it is. Yeah. This guy, that's what, hey, look, you know what's funny about that? They literally said in the Luigi Mangione case, they were watching over him to make sure that he didn't get Epstein. They were literally watching over Luigi Mangione.
Talking about Brian Cobert's situation too.
Yeah.
It's
all right. I've got like 50 something votes. You guys want to call it or
whatever? Yes, sir.
All right. Give it a shutdown. I got 91% says yes, the media will fake events for ratings or political reasons. 9% says they don't know, and nobody said no, they don't fake the news.
Again,
it's my kind of people.
Yeah. What do you got on your sides? Yeah.
83% yes, 14% who fucking cares, and 3% no.
Logan, you are not playing well with others. I'm giving other options.
80% said yes, 12% said unknown, and 8% said no. Why didn't I think of those clever answers to put in there?
So now at least I know when I talk about this kind of shit that I'm not completely out in left field because, you know, I've talked about this kind of stuff. DA and I did a whole episode on Operation Mockingbird. And if you extrapolate from that, it's not hard to imagine. And by the way, all the media companies are controlled by the same couple of banks. So it's all theater, in my opinion.
I think it's all evident, Joe, nowadays, at least in my opinion. I think most people know the government is the way they are. The problem with it, in my opinion, is that people are afraid to accept it because they're afraid that if they accept it, that makes it real.
Yeah.
And that scares them is what I think it is, truly and honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
The public knows that it's a reality. It's out there. It could happen. Okay. But they don't want to accept it.
Yeah. Hey, look, reality is scary sometimes. You know, it's the level of evil that is out there at the highest levels of power. Most people can't really or don't want to wrap their head around it.
Yeah.
It's too hard to deal with. Right.
All right. So we got about a half hour, give or take a few minutes to talk about some other topic or thought that we haven't gotten in. So what do you guys think? Please keep Logan on the panel. She fits right in, except for she doesn't obey orders.
I don't.
You don't. And they love you. My own chat's like, I love her. She doesn't do shit right. She doesn't listen to you.
That's what makes her fun.
Yeah. Do you guys have any other I kind of want to say, since so many people probably tune in for Idaho 4s or an Idaho 4. Oh, go ahead, Logan. What do you got?
Yeah, I do. I was actually going to say something on Idaho 4. I watched a harsh reality short video earlier today, and he brought up a good point as far as, so Brian Koberger walked up to the house with nothing to like break in it, no crowbar, no something to break, or so he just knew it would be unlocked.
Thank you.
Right.
So, or are we to believe he's now carrying a knife, a gun, another weapon, stuff to clean up, and
crowbar?
Something to break in there, or pick a lock, clean up what?
I'm glad you brought that up because I covered that on my show today too when Harsh put that out because he makes a really huge point, you guys.
Yes.
If this is Bill Thompson stated at the end of the sentencing and all that bullshit in his little thing he did, his little victory dance, I called it. He said, they were asked questions, and he said that Brian very well could have just chosen this house right before he did it, so on and so forth. What the fuck are you talking about, Bill? Because There's no way in God's green earth that anybody with any kind of common sense, especially with what Brian knows, would pull up to a house that has 5 cars, that every fucking light in the house is on, and decide they're going to break into this house, like Logan just said, with a knife, a kill kit, a crowbar, and all the other dumb shit they said that this man had. And anybody that believes that, I'm sorry to anybody out there that's offended, but I'm not. That's insane. That makes no sense. And that's what Steve is putting out there. Sorry.
Right. And that's what, you know, when Joe and I went, JJ and I went to that neighborhood, the first thing that we did when we pulled in is nobody would pick this fucking neighborhood to do a random attack. Like, you wouldn't pick it. It's too tight. There's just a million houses packed on top of each other, people everywhere, cars everywhere. You would not pick that neighborhood to do just a random act of violence kind of kill kind of thing. There's just no way. There's no way. And,
nope.
and
you know, as things have evolved, and now the narrative of potentially more than one perpetrator has kind of seeped its way into the mainstream, I think we should start digging a little more about those people that were running in the background of that body cam. Because I always thought, what was that, around 3 a.m.?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right around 3 a.m.
Did you see how quickly that was dismissed?
They didn't even talk about it. They didn't look into it. They did nothing.
Right.
312.
Yeah, I mean, it's preposterous. The mainstream media talked about it because it got out, and then they report some channels reported on it, and it's like,
yeah, they did.
Oh, but they've been cleared or whatever they said, because I remember watching it.
Yeah,
and it's like you have a 3 or 4 people, I believe it was, that running.
It was 4 heads. Yeah,
basically running from exactly where that house is at 3 a.m. and they don't investigate it. There's no way they could have investigated that quickly.
Not only that, but I'm now more and more certain. I could be wrong about a piece about this, but I'm more and more certain that car was an unmarked car. It was. They even say on the body camera, that is that your car? And you're like, yeah, they're not giving us. The budget's low. They're giving us unmarked cars to drive around in. That was a special patrol unmarked car, and they were parked right between the whites and that other building that has an alleyway looking right at 1122 King Road resident. That cop car was parked right with their eyes on 1122 King Road residents between that little alleyway. And I said to myself, suddenly I've been thinking, what if that whole Banfield stop was a diversion? And why is it? And is that why Steve's saying things like, if they had actually been watching the house instead of busting underage drinking, maybe this wouldn't have happened. Well, wait a minute. What are you trying to suggest? That the murders could have happened during the window while they were distracted with underage drinking? And then the other question is, were those guys running away from 1122 King Road residents at high rate of speed back to Sigma Chi? And that's why the cops were like, hey, why are you guys running? There's a million questions you have to ask. But what are the odds of that weirdness that they're parked where they were, which would give them a view between the white's apartment at 1122 King Road residents? Is that a coincidence?
Of course, because everything in the case is a fucking coincidence. Everything.
Yeah, right.
And why did the police not stop them? If they're looking for underage drinkers, like they stopped the guys on the Banfield, and these 3, 4, 5 people run by at a decent rate of speed and don't even look at them, why didn't they even look at them and say, hey, what are you doing? Where are you going? Like they did with the other guys.
Right. And why were they running? It's like so you're up at the King at the house, right? That alley is right there, basically, right by the house.
Yeah.
The cops were parked basically at the bottom, very close to that little alleyway.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if you're coming with drinks in your hand or whatever, you see cops, you just ditch the drinks and you just walk on your way and you go back to the house. You have nothing wherever you're going. You have nothing to worry about. Right?
And if I were writing a bad movie script, so that's the way I'm going to pitch this. If I were writing a movie script, you might even suggest, this is purely fiction, guys. You might even suggest that an officer who was assigned to watch the house could have known that the hit was coming and needed to have his own alibi why he didn't catch it and stop it. So he works with somebody to have a stop that's a fake stop that really is a no, never mind, just so I can have on the record, hey, I was looking over here when I should have been watching the house. Oops, my bad. I missed it. When maybe they were in on letting it happen and the stop was a whole alibi for why they missed it. I don't know.
Very good point.
Yeah, well, DA, I really wish you hadn't have said that.
What does that have to do with it? There's a statement in the chat. I don't know whose chat it is, and I don't mean any disrespect by any means, but somebody said, "Why are they running?" A lot of people are asking that, and somebody said, "Because it's November." What the hell does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, all right.
Man.
I'm
My
not gonna.
problem lately has been the fact that there was no audio expert. Law enforcement, we have so much audio all through the night that sounds like crazy, terrible things are happening at all different times, but they want to pick out 417 when you can barely hear a whimper and then a thud and not all the other screams at 220, 149, nothing. Why?
Go ahead, 1-1. What do you got?
I know you were putting in FOIA requests. I don't know if we put one in for all the patrols of all their body cameras for that night. See, we got a FOIA request, right, for the Banfield stop because we know about the Banfield stop, and you got a FOIA request of the sign stop because we know about the sign stop.
Correct.
But you should put a FOIA request of their entire body camera, every patrol that was there that worked that night. All officers that worked that night.
I agree, and I need to go back through my records and see what we have asked for. There's a lot of shit that we've asked for that they haven't responded to yet. So
right.
I got to go back and look
I don't
at
know
what
if
they
we
have
asked for that though.
One of the other things that I want to make sure we've asked for is the people who say that there was a 911 call that night reporting a scream around 3:00 in the morning at the 1122 King Road residence, and that they ignored that call kind of thing, or it just kind of got blown off. So that should be in the call log. Did somebody call in that night reporting screams from 1122 around 3:00 in the morning? And it's part of the public record that we can request. So I'd like to see that as well. But.
Right. But the body camera stuff would show a lot of stuff too, because
I'd like to see the two officers hanging out with that alleyway.
For instance, you could have the Tisdale and Rosenthal could have went down a block and they see some kids walking along and they get out, they talk to them or whatnot, and there's a good chance they probably, I mean, I don't know what their rules are over there, but there's a good chance there's going to be body camera that shows other people in the area.
Yeah.
So there might not be a summons, there might not be a 911 call. It just could be an interaction between the officers.
I feel like
we wouldn't know it. We won't know about it unless we request for it.
Right. I feel like I need to not employ, because I can't afford to pay anybody, because we don't make a fucking ton of money off of everybody's tragedy like they think that we do. But Amanda likes to do record stuff and organize stuff. I need to employ Amanda and I to sit down and look at all my FOIA requests that I've got in public records and make sure that we've already requested or not requested it, and make sure we get it requested. So I got to find the time to sit down and look through all the documents I've submitted, because I even started to lose track. I did a lot of overreaching shit, asking for a lot, and they haven't responded to it. So I may have already requested it, but I need to double check my records and see what I've got.
Well, somebody in the chat just said Pav debunked that earlier today in a video. The sound stuff.
The call from I
know.
No, Pav doesn't believe it.
That's the video, I guess, or whatever, the audio. But
Jules' audio.
What did he debunk? I'd like to know, like, what you're referring to.
He's talking about he doesn't believe that he thinks the crime happened at 4:10. He's not going. He still thinks that.
I don't
know, but he's saying the crime happened at 4:10, and that the audio that we hear at 2:30 or 2:27, that it's college kids partying and whatnot. And it's interesting because he's kind of having a little banter back. They're not attacking each other, but Harsh is kind of going. He actually put a video out today, not calling Pav out, not calling anyone out, but he basically said at this point, from what how could anyone possibly watch that video from 2:30 to 4:00 and you say that nothing happened? You hear no, we can't make out all of the audio. I know people are working on it. You hear screams, blood. those are screams. That's not partying.
before we dismiss this off the screen, I want to address this because that's the receipts that I want. If Fry was asked about the call and it was dismissed as a noise complaint, that's the receipt I want. Where was that documented? Was it documented in a press release anywhere? Did somebody ask him about it? Is it captured on camera? Because if you can, that's gold. If it's provable that Fry was asked about that call, I need to get the receipts on that. So
which call?
Right.
We're talking about whether or not MPD was notified that there was screams around the 1122 King Road residence at 3:00 that they ignored. And that's what we're trying to find out. Did they get a call and just kind of dismiss it as a noise complaint?
And just for the record,
I highlighted
guys,
that. So if anybody knows, if anybody has any of the footage or any interview or whatever,
I never heard. I never heard that. I only heard that there was a noise.
You did FOIA it?
I FOIA'd for all 911 calls or non-emergent calls that came in from 2:30 to 3:30 in the morning. I have not heard back yet.
Yeah, and Amanda said that she looked at, they keep a kind of a public police blotter of what happened during the night, and they didn't list it on there either. So, but that doesn't mean they would list it on there if.
I FOIA'd the full and complete 911 call because I feel like they cut a bunch of shit out of it, and I just put that in this morning, so I don't know anything as of yet. So.
Super live, pretty much. What is that? Thank you for the donation, by the way. I'm trying to understand what it means. Super live, pretty much. But,
that our live is super, pretty much.
Super. Yeah, everybody's so nice. Everybody's very nice here.
Thanks, Jeff H. I appreciate you. I always welcome Jeff H. with open
arms.
You've
got Jeff H. You've got Jeff H.
Jeff H. has been one of the first ones in my chat. I do welcome him because he's very respectful to me and my chat. So
he was the first one in my chat too, and that was 4 years ago. And you see where we're at now.
Yes.
Good luck, Logan. It's all gonna.
Well, Jeff, it's good to see you, Logan.
It is.
All I could say, Jeff, how do you like the fog lights?
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
See, don't get me wrong. I don't have anything personal with Jeff. By no means. He's actually, I've had good conversations with him. Okay.
Yeah.
He can be a nice guy.
We've had him on camera one night when I wasn't
here. I've had him on before. He just irritates my chat so bad.
Yes.
I can't do it. That's all.
See, I think Jeff H is kind of a funny character because he might be the best troll out there.
Yeah.
He locks in on something he knows. Like, some people like being contrarians, right? And that's their role. They like that role. So they get in there and they like to stir shit up and just say the opposite of what everybody says. So
I want to hear the opposite of what I'm thinking, because what if I'm missing something, right? So I want to hear that to make sure that I'm on the right page.
Yeah. But we're still allowed to give people shit.
Right.
Yeah. Bring her up on the front by herself real quick.
What? Who?
Bring Logan up to the front real quick, please.
Why?
Remember what you just said. Remember that you said that. That's all I'm going to say to you.
I like it. I welcome it.
Remember it later on. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, look, I've been known to be sarcastic in the chat. And sometimes it doesn't come across well in text.
Pretty much 350 on YouTube.
Right.
I'm sorry. That joke right there was priceless.
When somebody greets somebody, when almost an entire community of people greet somebody with "God damn it, Jeff," that's usually going to be an issue at some point. But no, more power to you, Logan. God bless. That's awesome.
Jeff may be, you're right, JJ, you may be right. He may be the best troll out there because we are spending fucking 15 minutes talking about Jeff because he made a comment. Here's the thing. That's
what he's sitting and saying to himself right now. Yes.
He's like, I am the best troll ever. Look, here's the thing about Jeff. You know how Jeff won me over for the longest time? He made some kind of comment to the effect of, this is the only chat that hasn't kicked me out yet. And I was like, oh, the poor guy can't even get anybody to leave him in a chat. I'm going to give that guy an extra time because I'm the only guy willing to give him a chance. So I gave him a chance. And then it just got to the point where my chat's like, fuck that guy. Just got to go.
30 chances. 30 chances. And my chat was ready to slit my throat. And I'm like, okay, sorry, guys.
Right. But you know what? I think, look, if you want to put your argument up or your opinion or whatever, That's what it's all about. However, just making a little brief statement or giving your take on something, you have to be open for, to scrutiny, right? Just like I have no problem if people shit on some of the things that I believe, but you have to give a basis for it, because I can back up my arguments with logic, I think. So if you're going to do something in the chat and put up your argument or your disagreement or whatever, you have to back it up with something.
Well, what did it for me was the fact that essentially he asked the question one night when we were talking about the screams, could that have been somebody being groped playfully?
And then you're like, I'm done.
Oh my
I'm done.
God, I know.
It sounded like a tickle fight to me. I don't know what you guys heard, but it sounded like a tickle fight. That was a pillow fight. I've been to a lot of pillow fights, and that was somebody being tickled into joy.
My only issue is that we would all listen to what he was saying, but then when we would come back and say something, he would like, nope, I'm not going to listen to it.
To be fair,
everybody off.
To be fair,
yeah, I mean, come on, put up or shut up. If you have something to say it, but back it up with something.
Yeah.
I mean,
I respect. Look. I want to say I respect Logan. I respect her for giving Jeff a shot. I gave Jeff a long ride on our show.
Yeah,
longer than me.
I respect Logan for giving him a shot.
Of course.
I felt a certain kind of kinship with the guy in a weird way, but it got so toxic for our chat that we had to finally kind of shut it down. But
same here.
Anyway, it's all good.
You're an angel for that one, Logan. I'll tell you that much because you got to
piss off. Don't
he
piss
doesn't
off
bother me.
Queen on the
he
scene.
doesn't bother the chat. My chat gets it. It's all right.
I feel good for him. I felt bad kicking him out of our so I'm glad he found a home.
I was gonna say at least he's got a place to go. That's awesome.
There you
He's
go.
not homeless anymore. It's okay.
Right.
Oh, anyway. So what else do I think we're at close. We're like at 2 hours now. Is there anything that you guys had on your mind when you came on tonight that son of a bitch DA gave me no space to talk about this tonight? Was there something on your mind?
No.
Not really.
Other than what we've talked about, probably not.
All right. Well, look, let's go around the horn and say our good nights. We'll do Robin, 1-1, Logan, Dago, and then JJ, and then I'll close. So, Robin, what do you got for saying good night?
Thank you, one and all, in all three of our channel chats for coming out tonight. We couldn't do what we do without you, each and every one of you. And I know we say it all the time, but it is so very true. And, we have a fabulous panel. Logan has made a wonderful addition. And so to see all you guys enjoying, her as well, it's phenomenal. So thank you for welcoming her. And I hope everyone has a fabulous night. And if you are in the way of more of this bitter cold weather coming, I hope that you stay safe this weekend and, make sure, check on the elderly and your pets. If you have outside pets, find a way to bring them in if you possibly can. It's going to be way too cold to leave them out. So, but yeah, so everyone have a wonderful night.
I feel like Logan is leaving her stamp on the show because now we're all talking about pets at our closing. She did that to the fucking panel. Like we're all like, don't forget your pets. Be nice to pets. All right, 1-1. What's your close?
Great discussion, everyone. Thanks, Meeples, Logan's channel, denizens. As always, keep thinking outside the box. Don't listen to mainstream media. And my quote for Lee, where we're going, we don't need roads.
Nice. Where we're going, we don't need roads.
1.21 gigawatts.
Oh my gosh, it's such a blast from the past. I love those references. All right, Logan. I hope that you're we haven't scared you away yet, because every night we push your limits, it feels like. But how you doing?
Have I scared you away yet?
I was gonna
So I'm all in. Let's do it.
I feel like I'm the problem, not you. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
Right. It's not me, it's you.
All right. I wanted to thank my chat. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. You guys know I appreciate you so much for the membership, super chats, and stickers and everything. Do something nice for yourself today. Be kind, but more importantly, be kind to your animals. Good night, guys.
Nice. I love it. The animals. Diego, what about you for the evening?
Well, I'd like to say thank you to all of you guys here once again for coming together. And I want to thank Logan again for joining us. It's enlightened not that it wasn't already amazing, but it's enlightened it even more, I feel. It's made it more interesting and a lot more fun in some aspects too. So I'm grateful that you're joining us now with this, Logan. It really is a lot of fun now. So thank you for that. Thank you to all of your community, all of our communities for being here, all the moderators that are here tonight, all of the community members, all of you guys, even Jeff H., even you, bud, all of you guys for joining us tonight for this. I really appreciate all of you guys for supporting us the way you guys do. And I'm looking forward to the next time, as always. So thank you guys so much for having me.
Awesome. And I will try not to get all offended that you said things got fun when Logan showed up, because it wasn't fun.
I said before that, I said it was already fun. It made it even more fun.
Whatever. All right. It's all good. Joji, what's up?
Oh, thank you, everybody. Thanks to the denizens and the meatballs and the mods, and of course the panel. Logan, any woman that carries a 7-inch blade is okay with me. And Diego, it's good to have you back, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
And yeah, I appreciate everybody, and I'm glad I was able to make it at some point tonight. And as I always say, you know, all the world's a stage, so I'm sure we'll never run out of things to talk about.
Awesome. Yeah, very cool. All right, everybody. I appreciate you coming in to another Crimes After Dark. We'll do it again tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hopefully almost all, if not everyone on the panel, can be here. I have lately been attempting to engage the chat that we didn't get to with a special called Fireside Chat. A lot of you have really dug that show. It is a major production at the moment. It takes me about 3 hours to produce one of those. And so I'm like, I don't know if I can do 2 hours of live and then 3 hours of the Fireside Chat. So I'm still working on that process, but you keep encouraging me. A lot of you keep encouraging me that you really like that. So I will probably do something like that again for a while until I find out if maybe doing it every night's not the way to do it. I don't know. But thank you for coming and being part of this show. Thank you to all my great panelists for having to making the show better and livelier and more entertaining. Logan for breaking all the rules and not doing what I fucking told her and launching her poll when I told her to wait for us and all those good things. It's been a fun, great experience. Appreciate it very much. Have a great night, everybody, and see you next time.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.
Good night. Bro.